Welcome back to another video of Road to Ultimate Champion. Jumping straight in against Jar, and Jar is going to hit us with a Goblin Barrel. Off the bat, that's okay. We don't like log bait players, so we hit him with the well played. Dark Prince goes down. We're taking a couple of hits, but we're going to drop that Graveyard to tank for the Dark Prince. Now, you might be thinking, why would you do that? Yeah, I don't quite know either. Now, he logs that and we're going to hit the freeze straight away. If only we waited just a second. Always wait to freeze, because if I got that cannon cart, that Dark Prince would have been steaming towards the tower, would have probably got more than just one hit. Little tip for the mortar defense here. Let the Archer Queen take a hit on the mortar. Drop the ability. The mortar will not get a second hit, and you're going to be getting more value out of it there. Get a late arrows down. He's a little bit mad. I don't know if he's mad or we're just toxic and he's mad at that. But he's hitting us with some question marks, and we're just saying, bro, do you want a tissue? Wow. I love just getting in people's heads, because at this point the mental battle is already won. Wow, me. Shh, yeah, that's it, bro. Be quiet now. Be quiet. Yep. He drops the hunter at the back. We're just gonna slow roll a Dark Prince and see what he does. He doesn't actually need to do anything to defend against this. He could just let the hunter take the charge and then. Yeah, okay, well, he's going to drop a log, and that's why we're laughing at him, because we have Graveyard Freeze. Slow rolling that Inferno Dragon at the back. The Inferno shouldn't cross the bridge here, and it can take out the cannon cart without even needing to cross the bridge. So that's why we're going to go with the Pekka all the way at the back. If we can get the Pekka across the bridge, tanking for the Graveyard, and he's already cycled his log, it's basically over for him. And we recognise that early doors, because we've played this deck, or we've played Pekka Graveyard way too much for the average person. Archer Queen snipes the Spear Goblins, we get the Graveyard across. Now, we don't have enough Elixir, even for his Goblin Barrel, but if you think about it, that doesn't matter, because we're still going to have a tower left by the end of this play. And if I do chuck a freeze down, which probably is a little bit unnecessary there, but we take the tower. If I'm confident, or if I know that his two win conditions are Goblin Barrel and Mortar, I know that there's not really many ways he can break through, right? So I just need to have an arrows in cycle or a freeze in cycle. And as long as he doesn't get a tank over the bridge, the freeze can defend the Goblin Barrel, right? So, Archer Queen goes down, or it should be. We're going to get that Archer Queen down. I don't know if Hunter suits his deck, to be honest with you. He could run so many other cards with it, but yeah, we're going to get the Pekka down in anticipation that he will drop a Mortar. Can't be letting that Mortar lock onto the tower. Looking good for the win here, though. Dark Prince goes down. I think at this point, even if he does get a barrel down, it doesn't even matter. We go with the freeze. And looking like we're taking the win in game number 1. So, jumping straight into game number 2, we get the Dark Prince down on the Hog. Now, I think this is the point where I decided that it's probably best to drop the Dark Prince for the Mini Pekka, because all I was playing is Hog. And we are not currently unbeaten, even in League 2 with this deck, because that would have been quite surprising, being a 5 elixir deck. But he laughs at us, thinking that Muskie is going to clear everything up. But we hit him with the pocket freeze, because we just do not like 2.6 hog players. We don't like them. Get that Inferno Dragon down to make sure that he can't hog. That will wipe out the Ice Golem in good time. Now, that's when you know you've managed to tilt a hog player, because they're throwing the the chicken emote at you. I keep saying throwing and hitting a lot, but we're both laughing now, and we're winning the mental battle here once again, because he's already yawning at us, and he might be hitting us with a couple of shushes too, but we've already won the mental battle, like I say. I do actually prefer to run Tornado against this deck for that exact reason. Not only can we take the Hog and get it, get the King Tower activation, but the Tornado there would have brought the Muskie in, it would have kept the Ice Golem from kiting my Pekka across. Tornado and Pekka is synergistically a fantastic match. Wait for the Muskie to drop, that means the Dark Prince is a guaranteed one hit on the Muskie. He goes with the Evo Muskie. Now, I don't know who in their right mind would run that card. It is by far the worst Evo in the game. Unless you're playing, I don't know, like an E-Golem matchup with a Electro Dragon. That's the only time that you might see some value from it, but yeah, there's so many better Evos. I'd even suggest running with Firecracker instead, and no one wants to even see that either. But 2.6 Hog Cycle is one of the OG decks in the game, so we do know how to defend against it with basically any deck, and we just don't like these types of players. It does take a lot of skill to run this deck, admittedly. Is that even a word? We're just going to move on. We're going to drop the graveyard because the Inferno Dragon's tanking for the Princess Tower. The Dark Prince should do a good enough job. Yeah, Mini Pekka would have. He wouldn't have even had. He wouldn't even had any damage on the tower if we had a Mini Pekka this entire game because we would have negated all hog hits. Archer Queen goes down early, or I say early, it just goes down. We put it down there because then there's no way that he can really do anything in terms of dropping another hog. We're just going to force the Evo Pekka in the bridge, just shove it in there, you know what I mean? Yeah, pause. Get the arrows down on that. Arrows goes down, and we're a little bit of a trouble here. If we didn't have the Evo Inferno there, I think we would have lost this game. Looks like we're going to be able to take his tower. See, yeah, it would have been sudden death and we would have actually lost. That would have been funny, but we didn't. And it's another W. Way closer than it should have been. Again, if we had Mini Pekka in this deck, it would have been just an easy cleanup, let's be honest. We're going to jump straight into game number 3, the final game of today's video. I've got a couple of longer uploads coming for you because I know all of you love this content. We're laughing. We're laughing because not only has he already dropped a Goblin Cage, but he's lightninged my Archer Queen, meaning that we have free reign of a Pekka in the back. Again, if they're going to make a play like that and commit 10 elixir to 5, you've already won the game if you drop a Pekka in the back, because you can just support it. And this is why you need good supporting troops, and this is why I don't like bridge spam Pekka decks, because I'd have been throwing a Bandit and a Royal Ghost down, and yeah, I might have took half the tower, but if you can support a Pekka with a good old freeze, then usually in most cases you can win the game easy. Right, figuring out what he's running. It looks like a Lava Hound deck to me because of the Skeleton Dragons and the Guards. That looks like a Lava Hound. There is the Lava Hound. Archer Queen is going to go high this time because we know that he has a Lightning ready for it. So, yeah, we're going to chuck the Archer Queen down, get the ability down. Now he is going to Lightning. Okay, I'm laughing away at this one because the play that we're going to make here is if we drop a Naked Graveyard, we're probably going to get about 1,000 damage, right? But he goes for the Valk there, which means then we can drop the Inferno on the half-health Lava Hound, take that out, and by the time the Valk comes over the bridge, we'll take the Valk's life as well. Looking really good in game number 3 here. Should be dropping a freeze on that to make sure everything's wiped out, because he nearly got us with the flying machine there. We're going to give him a little clap, just like sarcastically, like, well done bro, you nearly got me. Nearly. Mini Pekka goes down, we're going to slow roll that at the back. Archer Queen at the bridge. Now this is to make sure we can try and snipe those Skeleton Dragons, because maybe he didn't quite, or he should have had enough elixir to play that Lava Hound early, and if he did, he would have actually been in a way better position again. And the terrible guards, I don't know what on earth this guy is playing at, but that is a big L taken for him right there. Evo Inferno Dragon goes down onto, yep, and we pop the Archer Queen ability and just completely wipe everything out. Now, if you've ever seen a push like this, I say if you've ever, no, you've never. You've never seen a double Pekka push at the bridge to confirm the W. As soon as he saw that, I know he lost anyway, but that's more of like rubbing salt in the wounds, right? That is game number 3 done. Cleaning out these opponents. Now we're gonna upload a 10-minute video here, so I have got a whole minute of just waffling to a black screen. For any of you that have stayed for the update, I've got an interview tomorrow. I've messed up the daily uploads. It was a quality issue, a copyright issue. I uploaded a video with some songs on it because I didn't edit it properly. Anyway, I've got an interview tomorrow for a 5-star golf resort in Auckland, New Zealand, and if my friends are still watching, my golf fanatic friends, they are probably going to be quite jealous that I'll be working on a golf resort. Somehow I've swindled my way into the second stage of this interview, and I'm going to try and impress the interviewer and hopefully get myself a job that's going to take me all the way through from now until May. I'll be working there, so that will fund the rest of my trip. I'll be able to come back round through Thailand, through Tokyo, maybe a little bit of Sydney. We're going to see, but the end goal is to get to the World Cup in America, also to see some of my friends there. We've got 10 seconds left on this one, so we're just going to say thank you so much for watching. If you did make it this far, drop a like, drop a comment, and subscribe if you haven't. Peace out, guys, and gals.